Ugh. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Faithful Phil back for yet another little tip and trick video for EDF5. So, you've grinded out mission 87 or whatever other mission, you got your big bad Inferno guns, and then you bought the DLC. So, assuming you have the DLC, maybe you're wondering what the hell, I can't find the missions, are they online only, so on and so forth. First tip and trick, if you mash through this every time like I do, they are right here, right after you choose offline mission mode. If you're doing online, there's no prompt for it, you can simply select them. So, don't worry about that. Now, these missions are quite difficult. I would recommend doing them all on hard, just to get them all unlocked. On hard, they're not too bad. On hardest and Inferno is when they start dropping more interesting weapons. I feel like hardest has the equivalency of some Inferno maps, and then Inferno has the last set of weapons unlocked. Most of the maps, at least I think all of them, drop they drop 84 to 106 as their weapon level. Okay, I'm not 100%. Actually, wait a minute, I still have the chart open. What am I doing? I can just look at it. So 1 to 4 drops 77 to 103. 1 to 5 drops 78 to 103. And then if you can complete any of the missions 1 to 11, they drop 84 to 106. So, that means you have to be doing the missions beyond 5. Oh no, wait a minute. I have to check something. Because I feel like one of the things I got dropped... I got 104, 102... Okay, maybe not. Might have been Air Raider. Let's check. Check the website's information. 102... 87, 83... Alright, so it looks like... To decipher this... From... Yeah, missions 1 to 4, you're going to get 77 to 103. On DLC mission 5, though, from 5 to, I guess, 10, it's 78 to 103. And then only on the final mission, DLC 11, will you get... Yeah, you'll get 84 to 106, so you'll get the last 3 levels of guns. Okay. Meaning... If you're doing mission number 8, not as an Air Raider though, as a Ranger. So you're doing mission number 8 on Inferno, you can get 84 to 10... No, you can get 85 to 103, which is a pretty tight gap. It's the higher level ones from mission 87, and then from 95 to 103, those are DLC weapons. Those are weapons you're not going to get in the normal base game. So if we see anybody with higher level weapons, that's a sign that they have DLC stuff. They've completed DLC stuff. Now, for this mission, I've done it on Ranger. I'm confident you could do it with Air Raider, Wing Diver, and Fencer, but you need to have really good guns. You need super strong single target, and you need some kind of crowd control. The only things on this mission are the armored frogs, which you can see there. There's 2 artillery frogs. I think there's 4 shotgun ones. The rest have machine guns. And then there's also some golden ants sprinkled in, which if you think about it, this mission doesn't sound that hard on paper. It's kind of like 236, but it's a lot more manageable, because in this mission, Defend Base 236, they all aggro on you and they're all coming at you immediately. Engage Alien 1 has a huge advantage where the first 3 enemies you're going to fight, they are aggroed. They're aggroed onto NPCs, so you can easily pick off 2 of them without ever drawing their aggro, and the third one goes down no problem. And then, it drops in 3 or 4 pods of enemies. These pods, they're not aggroed on anything. They are completely dormant. So, if you have, say, a really strong assault rifle. I use the M5 Raven in my first time doing it, because it can stun lock stuff and it kills things very fast. I'm going to do it this time with the Slade, because I'd prefer to not die in a demonstration. Now, second weapon. I was using the Fang. It does 12,000 damage per shot. The only downside is you've got to wait almost 5.5 seconds between shots. So if you can get this thing upgraded a little bit, I'm sure it would be a far, far more stable backup. But one shot from this takes off the head armor and it almost kills the frogs in one shot. If you can hit them in an unarmored part of their head, you will kill them in one shot. Which I'm going to try and show off. As for the secondary item, I was using the lightweight liquid armor, this one, level 73 one. Again, I'm going to just use the E9 one, the one I got from the mission. Wait, I did get something level 106. Okay, I feel like this chart then is not 100% accurate. Or it means something else. It's really awkward to read because it doesn't have, like... It's in Japanese for one. And then it doesn't have, like, level brackets. It just has specific levels. So the first one it says is number 4, and then it doesn't update again until number 39. So I guess you can get level 106 equipment from anything? Either way. I'm getting caught on something that I don't think anyone else cares about, but I do. So, we're a casual 6 minutes in. I've given you a quick rundown of what to expect from the mission, and now we're going to try and do it. Hopefully this works first try, otherwise I'm cutting. I want to be straight up though, I've only ever done this mission once, so we'll see how it goes.
Confirm unit battle.
What I try and do is you're going to want to collect all the pods of the NPCs. One shot, reload. The dropships do come in pretty quick, so I'd recommend killing them as fast as possible, just in case you accidentally draw one of the closer pods. Now, ignore all the items, collect all the NPCs that are standing around, just a bunch of single boys and girls, and then we're going to run back the way we came. What we're going to do is we're going to clear this map from right to left, because the rightmost pod is the most isolated one. I think it's 4 aliens that drop in it, and everything else is far, far away. So, at this point, when we're all the way back here, we can stand here for the entire map, or we can stand here for as long as we want. I don't think anything's ever going to actually walk over here. But you'll notice, these guys are over here. They have one shotgun guy, the rest are all the normal ones. And what you're going to want to try and do, probably clear out a bunch of trees, because they make shooting really difficult with the Fang. We're going to try and get a shot on the back of the head of the red frog. No, he's walking real far away. But you can see the tiny little bit there. Right about there. See, you can drop them in one shot, you can completely bypass their head armor. You can do it from the front as well, but it is significantly harder. What you're better off doing is just popping off their head armor and then shooting them like I did with the first couple ones. But it's around their neck, right there. You can see you can pop off their head, you don't have to hit their head armor, you don't have to do anything else. This works also with assault rifles, so, again, just like that. That's why whenever I'm aiming at the frogs, I aim at the neck, whereas if I'm aiming at the normal aliens, the greys, I aim center of body, because they don't really have any tricky spots like that. Now, even if there's only one of these guys, I'd be careful. I've got 1500 health, but it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. Make sure you remember where all your little health drops are. For me, I tend to try and pick up everything that's not a health drop, just so I know.
Let's do it, Elliot.
Like, I know everything over there, say that one white box. I know that it's gonna be a white box, because I've already looted that body. Same deal over here. Pick up everything that's not health, so I know the only things left back here are health. Oh, what the heck? Why are you over here? Okay, this might aggro, but if it does, it's fine.
Remember what I told you yesterday?
Yeah, okay. So I pulled the second pod of aliens, which is the one that I would want to pull. There's just a little group right around the corner of this building. So, my preferred strategy is to hide right here. Take cover behind this a little bit. It takes a lot of bullets. And we're going to pull our next 2 pods from right here. Oh, next 3. If you do happen to hit their neck like that, just kind of spray with your assault rifle. It's only 1 or 2 shots to kill them. If you have a weaker sniper rifle, I would probably try and find the Fang. I'm not gonna lie. If you're using a different class, you probably know the ins and outs of it better than I do. At least the high level ins and outs of it. So, from here you can see we've got a bunch of bodies around. We're not going to worry about looting anything until the very last pod. From here, you can either pull these aliens over here, or make a super ballsy move and pull the snipers, no, not snipers, the artillery units in the back. I usually go for these guys, because they have their backs to you half the time, and you can just kill 1 or 2 of them before they know what's going on. Now, there should be a shotgun guy and 2 or 3 other boys. It's just like the first pod. Yeah, there we go. It's 3 greens and 1 red. I tend to aim for the shotgun ones first, just because they can absolutely shred you and stun lock you. If anything gets too close though, just switch to your assault rifle. The assault rifles at this point of the game, if they're level 90 plus, have insane DPS.
5 more aliens out there.
Yeah. They have insane DPS, so you can absolutely shred them.
I have a degree.
The damage output of these guys is huge, but their tankiness, it's so-so. Now, at this point, what you can do is you can loot a little bit if you want to try and set up the map so again you know where all your health is. The next pod we're going to pull is the artillery one that's way down there. There is something to note about this pod though. You are going to pull the ants right at their feet as well. And the golden ants, they're kind of like, they're a step above the gray ones in every single way. In case you fought them before, but like you killed them or you're on a lower difficulty, you don't know what to expect. On Inferno, they can easily one-shot me if they get too close. So, I'm going to take this time to just pick stuff up, take it easy. This is your time to kind of breathe. This mission is great because every time you've done a pod, you have time to rest. You don't have to worry about the next one just immediately charging you or anything like that. Just take it in steps. Every time you do a step, you're going to learn more and more about the map. It took me 2 or 3 attempts before I really got it down pat. But I realistically went into the mission thinking I can probably do this on Inferno, even though I was on hard. So I just steadily took step by step, planned it out. And that's what I'm going to go into the last couple DLC missions too. So, you absolutely want to try and kill one of these guys in one shot. Because if you haven't seen the upgraded artillery, it looks a little bit like this. Oh, I was wrong. There are 3 of them. So, it is incredibly slow firing and it's super predictable. So, try your best to not get hit. Try and kill 2 of them. So the first shot and then that one, and then immediately switch and try and kill the golden ants. Because these golden ants, you need to try and use your NPCs to tank a little bit. Just focus on killing anything that's close to you. The big shots are super easy to see coming. You can ignore them if it's only one firing at you. If you really want to, you can shred them when he gets too close, just so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And you can hear there's 2 more aliens. They are 2 shotgun aliens. They also happen to have a golden ant swarm at their feet. So, we're going to do pretty much the exact same thing with them as we did with this pod right here. Whew. See, I took 1 hit. The artillery is not the most threatening thing for a couple reasons. Mainly, if you get hit by it, it's not going to kill you unless you get hit by 2 of the blasts. Because it does about 1,000 damage. Most classes at this point should have over 1,000 health, unless you're a wing diver. If you're a wing diver, you definitely shouldn't be getting hit by that. So if you can get it down to 1, you can handle the ants super simply. You don't have to worry about a second blast coming out of nowhere. Every so often they'll run and take cover behind these buildings. If they're behind the buildings, in my experience, they have not shot at me. So if you see one go back there, focus on the ants in the meantime until it comes back out. Just do not forget that it's back here, because if you get blindsided and you're not at full health, it's just, your run's over right there, right? So, at this point, every item behind me is a health drop. I know that. So, these aliens are just over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull them, and then we're just going to slowly back away. We're going to do the same thing as last time. We're going to try and kill one of the shotgun boys immediately, and then the second one as fast as possible if we can. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of ignore him, fall back, and deal with the ants. I'd recommend shooting down all these fences too, because the aliens do not care if there's a fence there, but if you can't see out it's on the other side of it, you're going to have a harder time. So, we're going to start fighting them here. If we have to, you can just book it back that way. We have a huge amount of health at this point back there. So, like, in theory, if you're back there, you shouldn't die unless you die in one hit. Loot the one guy we killed way back. And then we're just going to get ready. So the way I've done it back here, once I've gotten to this point, I haven't lost yet. What you just want to do is take your time. The way ants work, if we have these buildings between us and the ants, they're going to mess around on those buildings for a decent amount of time before anything else. And we happen to have a perfect little window to see them as they patrol. So, we just want to take it easy. There's no need to rush this part. We've done well up to this point. Why are we going to throw it away at this stage, right? Ideally, it's going to go well. I try and loot during this last bit, but ultimately what you want to do... I didn't kill him. What you want to do... Come on, shoot, 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 shoot! Whatever. You just want to focus on staying alive. You have your drops already. There's no reason to throw away the weapons you have at the moment for one more that you're not going to get, because on Inferno you do not get any of the items if you die. Now, I've tagged the shotgun guy once already, so he is one-shottable. I just have to actually shoot. Oh, I was wrong. Whew, he is not. Oh. Well, minor panic, all is well. Okay, so I can see two weapons. So I'm gonna focus on killing him and then book it. Sprint, damn you, sprint.
All aliens exterminated.
And this is how it usually goes for me, where you just try and get what you can. I'm not gonna leave any of these aliens alive. I do not trust myself to not die to them. Online, you could probably leave one alive, but just, if you're alone, don't take your chances. I've thrown away enough runs trying to pick up one more box when, if I die, I lose the 10 I have, right? So, this is what your loot's gonna look like. It's pretty fancy. I am a fan of it. Like, oh, there's a level 100 rapier. Oh. Now, I have not seen any guides on grinding this mission, so if you happen to use this information, I'd appreciate it crediting me. If someone else has made a guide on this somewhere, I feel a little dumb now, but yeah, that is how I'm going to be grinding DLC 1 at the moment. If you have 2 people, I'm sure a tag team would work really well, just because the tiny number of enemies you're actually fighting. It's just the most manageable mission yet. All the other DLCs tend to either throw like a swarm at you, or it's just a constant aggro, like, mess. So. Oh baby. Oh. Okay. So it's actually a really good chance the fully upgraded Fang can probably just one-shot the toads. It gets an extra 1,500 damage. Oof. Oh, and that reload time. Oh, sorry, but like, oh. Yeah, so, And then again, just like the last video with its grind, every time you do it, it gets that much easier. Because now my guns are even stronger. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I'm happy. Thank you guys for watching. If you happen to use this information to make your life any better, sick. Happy to have helped. Again, I was Faceful of Fail. This video is probably way longer than it had to be, but I wanted to put a bit more information in it, or try to. I'm sure I blabbled, but whatever. Thanks for watching, guys.